Aaron Ayers to kick it off for the Dodgers. And back deep for Richland Center on the near side of the field, Kyle Ewing. And trying to check and see on the far side of the field who that would be. That would be, I believe, Mitch Collins for the Hornets. The Hornets will be going from left to right as we view the field this evening. Aaron Ayers to tee it up, and Michael, we're just about set for a pretty big game here.
You bet. Couple teams with only one loss between them. Must win for both of them to get into the playoffs, and should be a good night for football and an excellent game tonight.
Well, it's a bit breezy. It's going to be a bit chilly out there, but it's football weather, and the Dodgers won the toss and they deferred, so they will have the wind at their back here in this first quarter. So Ayers is ready to kick off. And we're set for high school football action this evening. It is Dodgeville versus Richland Center. Both teams with one loss on the year, and here's the kickoff. High end over ender. Going to come to the near side to Kyle Ewing. Ewing on the 10, 15, straight up the middle. Now backs up, and he's dropped just across the 20-yard line. Maybe about to the 22, where he's brought down there by the Dodgers. Dustin Lewis on the stop. And it'll be first down and 10 for the Hornets. They will mark the ball at the 23-yard line.
I got that for you!
So as they come out for their first offensive set, the Hornets line up. And at quarterback, Brandon Ewing has his team to the line. They do have slots right and left with a one single back behind. And the give is going to be rolling out to the right side. And rolling to that left side is Justin Stanek. And Stanek gets pushed out of bounds after a loss on the play. Good defense that time by the Dodgeville Dodgers. Coming across there, Carl Reynolds and others. They strung that play out nicely as the Hornets trying to take it wide, and the defense for Dodgeville right on the play.
Yeah, you bet. Looks like Ayers got in on the tackle right off the bat, so you know he's pumped up and ready to go, and it'll be a loss for Richland Center.
A loss of 5 on the play. It'll be second down and 15. Here's the handoff straight up the middle and dropped right at the line of scrimmage, maybe even a loss. The running back that time, that was Luke Wilson, number 41, got the handoff, and he was dropped right as soon as he got the handoff. Maybe even another loss in that play of another yard. It'll be third down and 16. So the defense for Dodgeville coming out firing.
Fired up and ready to go. The Dodgers are all set to go here on defense, that's for sure.
Third down and a whole lot. Here is the quarterback, Ewing. Ewing will roll to the right. Now he's going to run with it. Stops now. He's going to throw it downfield to the near corner, but out of bounds for his intended receiver right in front of us here, as that pass was intended for Mike Hemling, but the pass a little too strong and out of bounds, and it'll be a fourth down and a punting situation coming up here for Richland Center.
Looked like Tanner Pratt for the Dodgers had some pressure that time on the quarterback, causing him to unload and throw it out of bounds.
Dodgeville will have Brady Pitts as one of the deep men, along with Nate Bothwell, right about the 50-yard line. Back to do the punting will be Justin Stanek for the Hornets. So 3 and out as the Dodgeville defense tough on the first series. Good snap. And here's the boot. Got plenty of time, and off the side of his foot. Not a good kick at all. Going to roll out of bounds to the near side of the field. And is going to give excellent field position for the Dodgeville Dodgers for their first offensive series. They will mark the ball. See whether the officials do finally put it down. I believe right about at the 32-yard line of Richland Center.
Yeah, it looked like Stanek just shanked it off the right-hand side of his foot that time. It wasn't planned to go out of bounds or anything, but good break for the Dodgers as far as field position goes.
Well, the Dodgers first and 10 at the 32-yard line of Richland Center, and they come out in a shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers both ways as Ayers straight back in the pocket. Now backing up, fires it to the far side of the field. He's got a man open, and he's caught on the far side of the field there by Carl Reynolds. Knocked out of bounds inside the 5-yard line for a first down pass from Ayers to Reynolds. They'll mark the ball out at about the 4-yard line.
Boy, Carl Reynolds just had to kind of turn around and wait. The ball went right in his numbers and turn around, got hit right away, but still, excellent pass.
Boy, Ayers got that one up in the jet stream and threw it a long way to Reynolds on that right corner. First and goal at the 4. At the line of scrimmage, I formation. Here's the quarterback, and they give it off to Pitts, but he is stopped in the backfield. Oh, the Hornets came out of that one in great shape as they blew through the offensive line. coming across there defensively. Andy Troxel and others for the Hornets dropping Pitts for about a loss of 5 yards.
Looked like a miscue on the handoff that time, thus causing the Richland Center Hornets to come across the line and maybe lost one on that one.
Second down and goal. You heard in the pregame show, Coach Mike Veronica of Dodgeville saying that this is a big team up front. You almost have to go around them. Ayers at quarterback. Ayers this time rolling to his left. Still rolling. Stops. Now looks. Now fires it in the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown! Tanner Pratt in the left corner with the touchdown pass. 9-yard touchdown throw from Ayers to Pratt. And the Dodgers jump out to the early 6-0 lead.
Excellent touch on that pass by Ayers. He threw it right to Pratt in his outstretched hands. Touchdown Dodgers. Excellent.
So now Ayers to try the extra point. And looks like the Dodgers are also short a man for this extra point. And they'll have to burn a timeout. They will have to burn a timeout to get their lineup in there. They were short a player for that extra point. You know, those are the kind of little mistakes that you just don't like to see. That can cost you later on in the ballgame.
Yeah, especially after having a big touchdown on your first drive, and then you have a little stall here with the extra point. You know, it's not that big of a deal, but still, it's, you know, something they need to look at.
Well, anyway, Tanner Pratt with the 9-yard touchdown pass from Ayers. And so now we'll get set up here as the Dodgers, and Gansler will do the holding. Aaron Ayers will do the kicking. Had to burn a timeout here because they didn't have enough players on the field. Here's the ball, the down, the kick is on the way. It is good, and it's 7-0 in favor of Dodgeville. 9:44 remaining in the first. Let's take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to WIAA High School Football.
New Country D99.3.
What features make a good drugstore? Corner Drugstore in Dodgeville has 2 convenient locations, Corner Drugstore downtown and Corner Drugstore south, located between the hospital and the doctor's offices in the professional building. Both locations offer the same services, including computerized records, third-party billing, generic medicines, 24-hour emergency service, and free delivery. Corner Drug South offers convenient parking and easy handicap access. Corner Drug Downtown and Corner Drug South in the professional building. Over 100 years of service to the Iowa County area.
New Country D99.3.
So a 3-play drive going 32 yards. And the Dodgeville Dodgers jump out to a 7-0 lead here early in the first quarter. Ayers to do the kickoff duties here for Dodgeville. All teed up at the 40-yard line. Back deep for Richland Center. Kyle Ewing in the near side of the field, and he will take the ball at about the 10. They're going to return it left side, 15-20. Got a good head of steam. Now breaks it off a little wider, 30, 35, and now knocked near out of bounds at about the 38-yard line. Good return that time by Kyle Ewing, as he takes it all the way out to about the 38-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for Richland Center. Well, the Dodgers won the toss, deferred, took the wind, let their defense go to work first. He had great field position and paid off for 7 points. Here comes Richland Center out of the I formation at the line of scrimmage. Spin, and the give goes to the tailback. Nothing much there. Stopped behind the line, maybe falls forward to the line of scrimmage, and that was Nolan Krako. And Krako is stopped after virtually no gain. He was dropped out there by defensive line, Tanner Pratt. And let's also give a call out there for Justin Athey out there, stopping that play for only about a 1-yard pickup. It'll be now 2nd down and 9 for Richland Center. Wide receivers both ways. They spin. They give it again to the tailback off left tackle, piling it for 2, maybe 3 yards. That's Krako. As Krako across the 40, gets it up to about the 43-yard line. Pickup on that play of about maybe 4. It'll set up now a 3rd down and 5 for the Hornets. Again, good size up front for the Richland Center Hornets. This is a team that has some pretty good beef up and down that line. One thing on their program, they don't have the heights and weights listed here, but you can tell they're physically got a little bit more size up front. Straight back in the pocket, the quarterback finds a man open on the far sideline, breaks the tackle, still down the sidelines. That's Justin Stanek. Stanek finally brought down after a big gain out to about the 29-yard line of Dodgeville.
Yeah, Stanek that time, he was breaking tackles. He could have got, about 15-yard gain on that, but he kept going and doubled that gain. And Dodgeville's got to learn to tackle a little better on some of those.
Well, 28 yards on that pass completion. And it's going to be first down and 10 for the Hornets at the 29-yard line of Dodgeville. Ewing, the quarterback, has his backs now split behind him. Ewing will roll to his right. Now cuts upfield, stops, throws towards the end zone. Got a man open, and it's caught. Touchdown! Touchdown pass caught by Mike Hemling as Hemling makes the touchdown grab, a 29-yard touchdown pass. And just like that, Richland Center is on the board with a 6-pointer. It's now 7-6 Dodgeville.
Well, just like we saw the Dodgers do, it was a nice touch on the pass and an excellent reach out and grab and catch. And we got ourselves a close ball game. Should be a tie if we get the extra point here from Richland Center.
Well, Richland Center going to set up for the extra point as Brandon Ewing will try the extra point. Snap on the way. It's low, and in fact, it bounces. Ewing picks it up. He's going to try to throw it inside there and going to get dropped short of the end zone as the ball was tossed to Justin Stanek, but he couldn't get in the end zone, so the lead is 1 for Dodgeville. 7-6 the score. We'll have the kickoff coming up after the 30-second timeout. You're listening to WIAA High School Football.
New Country D99.3.
Who is coming through for you? That's Gratz.
October Pork Month is the perfect time to buy a new car at Gratz Motors in Mineral Point. Get top trade-in allowance and a great deal from Mike or Pat. The road is open to Gratz Motors, so head on in for a great deal. A few 2002 models are available and the 2003s are on the lot. Check out all the great deals at Gratz Motors during October Pork Month.
Who is coming through for you? That's Gratz.
New Country D99.3.
Well, 8:10 remaining in this first quarter, and already both teams have been in each other's end zones.
We got Stanek for the Richland Center and Ayers for Dodgeville, both putting up excellent passes and resulting in touchdowns for both teams.
Well, here's the kickoff, and it's going to come to the near side of the field, where it's going to be returned there by Bothfield. Bothfield, straight up the middle, has got a seam across the 35, falls forward to about the 39, maybe 40-yard line. And Dodgeville will take over at that location. Good field position again here for the Dodgers at their own 39-yard line, but not as good as the first field position that they had after the short punt by Richland Center. They had their first possession starting at the 32-yard line of the Hornets. Score is 7-6. Dodgeville with the lead. Dodgers come out of the huddle as the quarterback Ayers. Back behind him will be fullback Eric Murn and Brady Pitts at the tailback spot. Here's the spin. They'll give it off to Pitts off right tackle. Pitts is stopped. Nice stop defensively coming across there on that right side. Luke Wilson shooting through there. Shooting a gap is what they like to call it. And he drops Pitts for a loss of 2 yards.
Yeah, shoot the gap is right. He came right through there and dropped Pitts right at his ankles, right where you need to tackle, and negative 2 yards on the carry.
Second down and 12 yards to go here for Dodgeville at their own 37-yard line. Now they'll come out of the huddle with two wide receivers split to the right, one to the left. The tight end is Pratt. He's out on that far right side. Pitts goes in motion, and here's Ayers straight back in the pocket. They swing it out to the side. Here's Bothfield. Bothfield gets tackled, and he will lose maybe a yard on that little swing pass. That time they send Pitts in motion to the left side, and Pitts' job by going in motion is to try to throw a block on the first man who's playing defense on the wide receiver, that being Bothfield. And Pitts went right past him and took on somebody else. And
took on a couple guys that time.
Yeah, but Bothfield was kind of dead in the water. As soon as he caught the ball, he was dropped. Loss of a yard on that play, meaning third down and 13. So the Dodgers here now find themselves with a third and long. Two wide receivers both ways out of the shotgun formation. Ayers waits for the snap. He gets a good one. Straight back. He looks. Now he rolls a little to the right. Now fire it to the side. And he's got a man there. That's Pratt, and off his fingertips. Pratt that time, he was standing right about at the 50-yard line, right near first down territory. Defensively played there by Matt Whetstone and others for the Hornets. And just off the fingertips of Pratt. It looked like Pratt was looking to head upfield to try to get that first down, and maybe didn't look that ball all the way into his hands.
That's what I was just going to say. It looked like he was turning his head at the same time he was catching the ball. And guess what? No ball.
Well, Ayers back to do the punting here for Dodgeville. And Mitch Collins is back to receive it. And Ayers steps into it, and he hits a high boomer. Oh, did he get a boot into this one? Rolls at about the 10, bouncing at the 5, and down at the 5-yard line by Brady Pitts. All the way down to the 6-yard line. And that's a heck of a punt. 58 yards from scrimmage.
Yeah, it's nice to have a guy that can throw a beautiful touchdown pass and then punt it 60 yards for you. So that's always a plus.
Well, Richland Center start this drive at their own 6-yard line. They've got to be careful on the offensive side. 7-6 Dodgeville with a lead. 6:25 remaining in this first quarter. Glad you're with us here on D99.3. At the line of scrimmage, Richland Center in the I formation. Here's a handoff Ewing. He'll give it off to the tailback, and he pounds it off the right side. That's Nolan Krako. And Krako picks and chooses his way up to about the 8, well, maybe about the 9-yard line. Give him about 3 yards on that pickup, and it'll be second down and about 7 for the Hornets. Both of these teams with just one loss on the season, both of them losing, both Dodgeville and Richland Center, to Lancaster earlier this year. Second down and 7. Here's the quarterback Ewing. He'll fire it to the far side, and it's going to be off the hands, almost intercepted by Carl Reynolds, as the pass was intended for Kyle Ewing. Well, Brandon Ewing that time lobbing it out there, trying to let Kyle Ewing run underneath it. But Reynolds had a better shot at on that play. Good defense.
Yeah, it kind of looked like Carl Reynolds was the receiver on that one as he tried to intercept that and turn it into a turnover for the Dodgers, but it'll be a big third down now for Richland Center.
Third down and 7 at their own 9-yard line. Ewing straight back in the pocket, fires to the left side, man wide open on the far sidelines, and he's got first down yards across the 20 to about the 23-yard line. That's Jake Keller. Jake Keller was wide open on that far side and picks up yardage all the way out to the 18-yard line. A pickup of 9, good enough for a first down.
Once again, excellent job of getting open, an excellent touch on the pass, resulting in a first down.
Well, I have more than 8. Well, they're all the way at the 24-yard line, so actually a pickup of 15 on the play. Here's the handoff. First man through, pounding it up the middle. That's Luke Wilson. Wilson pinballing his way across the 25. Falls forward to about the 27-yard line. Pickup about 3 on the play. Well, I should say Brandon Ewing, the quarterback, a senior, showing some pretty good velocity in his passes as he's hit some nice down and out patterns.
You bet he's looking sharp. Second
down and 7. 2 wide receivers split right side here for the Hornets. We got flags flying, and we'll have our first penalty of the game, and it looks like it could be an offside or encroachment against the Dodgers. Look like the left defensive side. Nope. Illegal motion, illegal procedure against the Hornets. You can tell it's getting later in the year because the applause you hear is a muffled sound. That's the sound of gloves and mittens hitting hands out there. It's a sound that's totally unique to the Wisconsin and Minnesota and upper north area, especially when you get later in the year for games over at Lambeau Field. So a loss of 5 on the penalty. Second down and 12. Here's Ewing back to pass. Great protection. He's got all day. Over the middle, and that's going to be up in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Nate Bothfield. Bothfield the near sideline. 15, 10, still on his feet, dives for the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown, Dodgeville on a 38-yard interception. Nate Bothfield runs it in. And the Dodgers now lead 13-6.
Well, you would have thought with the time that Brandon Ewing had, he would have found a different receiver. Looked like he was double covered that time. The ball ricocheted off one Dodgeville Dodger and went into Nate Bothfield's hands. An excellent job of running it back, breaking tackles, and diving for the end zone right at the end. Touchdown Dodgers.
The ball was deflected first, I believe, by Carl Reynolds. I think he had got the hand at first, batted it up in the air, and Bothfield stepped in front of the receiver to pick it off. Here's the kick and the extra point, and it is blocked. No good. 13-6 the score. Dodgeville with the lead. Let's take a 30-second break. You're listening to WIAA High School Football.
New Country D99.3.
We're all the bank you'll ever need. Livingston State Bank. That's what keeps us in the lead. We take good care
Well, a big play defensively that time by Dodgeville. And it was setting up to be a big play. Brandon Ewing for Richland Center had a lot of time back there. Surveyed the field and threw it down the middle. And a lot of hands getting a piece of that ball, and especially, I believe, Carl Reynolds deflecting it, and then Nate Bothfield on the interception, 38 yards on the touchdown. Here's the kickoff going to the far sideline. Wordley picked up by Mitch Collins. Collins on the return, heading to the near side to the 25, and brought down with a shirt-grabbing tackle made there by Peter Wineland of the Dodgers. Ball returned back to the 26-yard line, and Richland Center will start this drive at their own 26. So Dodgeville with a 13-6 lead, 4:25 remaining in this first quarter. A lot of action here in this first quarter already. Here's wide receivers both ways here for the Hornets, as Ewing will give it there to the first back through, and that's Luke Wilson. And Wilson pounds it forward. A couple of tough yards knocked down there by Ian Clark for the Dodgers.
I think what I'm kind of looking for here is how Richland Center responds to being down and after the big turnover for a touchdown, see what they come back with here.
Well, this team has been a team that has come back from other adversity on this season. So you know that they are going to be tough. They won't let play like that just keep them down. Here's a handoff, and right in the backfield is dropping the running back for a loss. Luke Wilson, the ball carrier, but it was Justin Athey. He just came right through the gap and shot through and dropped him. Maybe a yard pickup. It'll cause now a 3rd down and 7 for the Hornets.
Boy, nothing bad to say about Dodgeville's front line on that defensive front. They're looking sharp tonight.
Well, that time they pulled the guard. They pulled the right guard to move him to try to get the defensive lineman to go with him, and he didn't. He just shot the gap and beat the running back to the hole. 3rd down and 7. Here it is. Wide receiver split left side, 2 of them. As a quick handoff inside, first man through, pounding it up, a little misdirection. And it's going to be Luke Wilson. He's just shy of the 35-yard line. He's got to get to at least the 36.5. He's about at the 35.5-yard line, and they'll probably bring in the chains for measurement.
Yeah, they're bringing the chains, but I'm looking at it from up here, and it looks like he's short. He's well short.
Well, he had a play there where Richland Center, they had the pass outlook there with 2 wide receivers split left side and just gave the quick handoff to the fullback, and a half-yard short are the Hornets. So it'll be 4th down for Richland Center, and let's see what the Hornets will do. See if they would try to go for it or whether they're going to punt it away. Here it is, 2:59 in the first. They're going to go for it. This is a big play already early in this game.
I was going to say, this is huge in the first quarter.
4th down and about a half-yard to go for the Hornets. Close formation. Into the tailback. He hits the hole. Going to get the first down probably by about a half-yard or maybe a little bit more. Nice run that time by Mitch Collins, not trying to do much. They just hit the hole quickly. And dropping him on the stop, Drew Lewis. But still, he did pick up just enough for a first down.
Yeah, that was basically, let's run through the gap here and just get that 1 yard. That's all we need.
Well, they were running behind the strength on their offensive line for Richland Center. Guys like David Kropp on the right side. Now wide receivers, both of them left side, and we have flag flying as Ewing back to pass, gets away from one on rusher. Now he's going to get dropped behind the line. Tackle made in the backfield by Trevor Christensen. And Christensen drops him for a big loss, and let's see what that flag's all about at the line of scrimmage. That loss will put it all the way back to about the 22-yard line. And they are talking to the Dodgeville on-field captain, so they're going to say, well, you can take the penalty and the loss of yardage, or you can take the loss of yardage and lose it down. Illegal procedure, declined. So a loss on that play of about 13 yards on that sack.
Loss of about 13 yards.
The line of scrimmage is about the 37-yard line. They moved it all the way back. All the way back to the 23-yard line. So 2nd down and a lot. 2nd down and 23. Quarterback Ewing setting up a screen right side. They swing it out there and has the ball. That's Nolan Krako, but he's going to get dropped. And we also have a penalty flag. Short pickup that time, as it was Ian Clark on the stop defensively, but we might even have a block in the back called here against Richland Center.
Yeah, that should be the case. It was the only thing that they had. It was right out in front of everybody, right in front of the referee, so I'm sure that's what the call will be.
They're going to pick up the flag. They're going to say no penalty on the play. So it'll be third down. And they picked up maybe about a yard on that pass play. So that brings up now a third down and about 22 yards to go for Richland Center. Well, Richland Center is like to minimize some of the damage. You know what they'd like to do if they could, but they just aren't going to have enough time, and that is to be able to run out the clock and then kick with the wind, but this play will eat up that time as they're up at the line of the line of scrimmage, and here's a pitch out. Left side going to Mitch Collins. Collins trying to sweep the outside, gets around the corners, got yardage, and he's got about 12 on the play, and the ball's loose. The ball is loose, and what's the officials' call out here? Looks like Dodgeville may have stolen away. Yes, they have.
Well, apparently the referee never blew the whistle, and the ball was still live. We didn't know that, but...
Well, it was on the far side of the field, folks, so we didn't really have a real good look at it. We just saw the pile of players. Next thing you know, I saw Dodgeville players running out of that pile with it. Did not get who came up with the ball.
It was a big pile of Dodgers, so I don't know.
That's the one thing about high school players. They haven't yet gotten that college or professional, well, me. Take a close-up of me.
There's no celebration, so we don't know who did it.
First down and 10 at the 25. In the shotgun, Ayers back. Back to pass, throws to the near side of the field in the corner, and it's going to be incomplete as the pass intended in that corner to Nate Bothfield. Bothfield and the defender bumped into one another, but that pass was not going to be caught by anybody, and the officials did a good job by not making a call.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. The fans might want a pass interference, but that was well over his head, so no call on that one.
Yeah, there's some of these guys in football you see on the college and pro ranks. The receivers, as soon as there's any kind of even the littlest contact, they're making this motion. Throw the flag.
Where's the flag? Where's the flag? I didn't catch it.
I think there's going to be a rule coming out in the NFL real quick called too much whining.
There's going to be a new team, the Grapes, because there's so much whining. We'll put them all on one team.
Second down and 10. Pump fake right to go left side, off the hands of the intended receiver, Nate Bothfield. That time they faked the pass on the right side and quickly went back to left. Ayers threw a bullet, and Bothfield that time just couldn't hang on to it. It'll be third down and 10.
Well, I hate to say it, but if Bothfield could have held on to that one, it looked like he had clear sailing down the sidelines.
Well, he had a couple of blockers in front of him, and not too many Hornets in front of him, so the odds would be pretty good. It would have at least picked up a first down. Third down and 10. Wide receiver right and left. Two backs behind. Here is Ayers. Rolling to his left, stopped. He's going to get collared and dropped for a loss. If you're thinking about a field goal, well, that's out of the question right now as the loss goes all the way back to the 35-yard line. Defensive play, Cole Miller for the Hornets, dropping them for a 10-yard loss.
Yeah, that was an excellent one-on-one sack by Cole that time. Excellent. Come through there, grabbed him by the ankles, and drug him down. He wasn't going anywhere.
Well, 38 seconds. Clock is ticking down, and Ayers will get this punt away. He'll try to angle it towards the sidelines, I'm sure, as he'll hit it. He hits a line driver towards the corner and rolls out of bounds at about the 7-yard line, 6-yard line. That's not bad.
Not a bad punt for falling down while you're kicking it. It's kind of where he wanted it.
Well, you're not going to get many style points, but the results were pretty good.
All that counts is where it ends up.
So first down and 10 for Richland Center. 25 seconds left here in the first quarter. Dodgeville with a 13-6 lead here. And Richland Center, I'm sure, is looking forward to the opportunity to be able to go with the wind when the second quarter comes around. Here's Ewing, the quarterback. He has his team up the line. Ewing will give a straight handoff to the first man through, pounding it up the middle. That's Krako. And Krako across the 10 and falls forward about the 11, 12-yard line. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. 13-6, Dodgeville with the lead. Let's take a 1-minute timeout as you are listening to WIAA High School Football.
New Country, D99.3.
The growth of Physician Specialty Services at Upland Hills Health means more conveniences and less travel time for patients. With new clinic facilities, Upland Hills Health is working to bring more specialists to Southwest Wisconsin.
Colder weather is just around the corner, so don't fall behind on vehicle maintenance. Your local Napa Auto Parts store has great savings on everything you need to get your vehicle in tip-top shape for the months ahead. Friendly, expert advice and access to over 250,000 quality parts and accessories make Napa the smart place to shop. So visit the folks at Point Auto Parts in Mineral Point or Dodgeville Auto Supply in Dodgeville today.
New Country, D99.3.
Bob Look along with Michael Anthony here from Dodgeville. 13-6 the score with Dodgeville with the lead. And now the second quarter coming around, and Richland Center will have the wind at their back. And they'll have a second down and 6 with the ball resting just past the 10-yard line deep in their own territory. So out of the huddle come the Hornets at the line of scrimmage as Ewing, the quarterback. Ewing has 2 wide receivers split to the left side. He's going to swing it that way. Now he pumps once. Now he's running around the problems. He falls down right at about the 1-yard line. Ewing had pressure. He planted his feet and slipped to the turf. Tanner Pratt was right there, going to probably nail him, but he loses right down to about the 1-yard line. Very close to 2 points to Dodgeville's side.
Yeah, dangerously close. He kind of pump faked that time, and his legs went out from under him and fell down on the turf at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, when you realize a play is dead from that close in, you almost have to just throw it over some people's heads, and just throw it out of bounds, and just take the down and move on. Third down and a bunch. Here, a straight handoff up the middle, only up to the 3, maybe 4-yard line, just trying to give the punter some room. And that ball was handed off that time to Luke Wilson. So Wilson ahead for about 2 or 3. And now comes a very interesting punting situation for the Richland Center Hornets. They're going to have to punt from their own end zone, even with the wind at their back.
Well, I'm sure Pitts and Bothfeld are just foaming at the mouth to grab this one and take off with it.
Well, it's very important right here for the Dodgers, if this punt comes out, and if it comes out well for the punter. As Justin Stanek right back in his own end line. Here's the important snap. It's a high snap over his head into the end zone, and it'll be a safety for the Dodgers. You know, there's that pressure. You know, you're thinking about what the punter has to be thinking about. You start thinking about what the receiver's got to think about. You start forgetting the center has to make a good snap. He hustled it up there and got it over Stanek's head, and it's 2 points for the Dodgers.
Yeah, there's really nothing Stanek could have done that time unless he was 7 foot tall, but unfortunately, it goes over his head and out of bounds. That'll be 2 points for the Dodgers. And not only 2 points, but also the fact that Dodgeville gets the ball now on the kick. So they get another opportunity, and this time the ball will be put in play from the 20. They will kick it from a placement. Brandon Ewing will boot it away. So if the Dodger deep men, Pitts and Bothfeld, catch this ball, return it, Dodgers will have some pretty decent field position. Here's the kick. He hits it to line drive, and Pitts will take it, and Pitts takes it at about the 26-yard line. He's to the 35, 40, 46-yard line before he's brought down. Knocked down there by the Hornets, and it was Matt Winger on the stop. So Dodgeville with great field position, and now with a 15-6 lead here with 10:29 remaining in the second quarter. We've got a personal foul against Richland Center. At the end of the play, something must have happened in the pile, or something, a late hit, or what did you see? I think somebody from Richland Center was piling on after the play was over, kind of jumping on top of the pile after everything was all said and done, so that's why the flag came out.
Well, after it was at the 46-yard line, then you add the 15 yards, and now it's at the 39-yard line.
39-yard line.
of Richland Center. So that 15 yards, that really is not a smart play. So here come the Dodgers to the line of scrimmage. Wide receivers both ways. I formation back behind Ayers. Ayers spins and gives to Pitts. Pitts trying up the middle. Gets away from the first line of defense. He's at 30, 25. Penalty flags fly. He's heading end zone. Touchdown. But the flags flew at about the 25, maybe 30-yard line. Let's see what the call will be.
Looks like this one's probably coming back, too.
Boy, Pitts, once he got past the first line of defense at the line of scrimmage, he found the seam and took off, but there was a reason why there was a big hole in that secondary, and probably something illegal just by the amount of yellow flags out there. Clipping is the call against Dodgeville.
Clipping the call against the Dodgers.
So the ball comes from the spot of the foul. They mark the 10 yards. And so they'll put the ball at the 40-yard line of Richland Center. So it'll be now first down and 11. There's that call that we were talking about. When a penalty is downfield, they mark it from the point of the infraction.
Yep.
You only have a loss of a yard, basically, in that play. You don't even lose a down.
But they lost a touchdown.
Yes, they did. Here's Pitts off right tackle. Pitts across the 35 to about the 34-yard line. Brought down there by the Hornets as it was Luke Wilson on the stop, with the help from some of his friends. Also Cole Miller on the play. Pick up on the play of 5 for Pitts. It'll be second down and about 5 yards to go here for the Dodgeville Dodgers. 15-6, 9-point lead for the Dodgers with 9:46 remaining here in the second quarter. Wide receiver right and wide receiver left here for the Dodgers. Here's the handoff to Pitts off left tackle. Pitts steps it inside. He gets it up to about the 32-yard line. Nice play there by the linebacker, Nolan Krajko, for Richland Center. He turned it up inside and forced Pitts to carry it towards the flow, and Krajko did the right job. Sometimes linebackers try to make the play, and they end up getting sucked in too far inside, and the guy bumps it outside. Next thing you know, it's 6 points.
Yeah, they kept him inside that time. That's why they were able to wrap him up.
Pickup of a couple will be third down and 3. Third and 3 for Dodgeville. Ayers is his team to the line, barks out the signals. Long count for Ayers, and we got movement up front. Maybe we might have even had a Richland Center jump offside. Let's see. Flags fly, and it is dead ball foul offside against the Hornets. Automatic first down as they get enough yards on that step off out to the 27-yard line.
Looked like Andy Troxel was a little early on that one from the right-hand side.
That was a long count. Most of the counts have been pretty quick here for Dodgeville. That was the first thing I noticed. Ayers is up the line for a long time, and he got the job done. First down and 10 for the Dodgers at the 27-yard line. Pitch out to Pitts, right side. Pitts trying to get control of the ball, and he just falls back to about the 29-yard line, a loss of 2. That was a play where the fullback, Mern, didn't really come up to the line of scrimmage quick enough, and he was kind of in line where the tailback was, and when the pitch came out to Pitts, he basically had to throw it around the fullback, and in doing so, Pitts had it on his hip there for a while.
I was going to say, it looked like Pitts was doing a little hot potato with the football.
Second down and 12. That could have been dangerous right there. Back split behind Ayers. As Ayers now will option to the left. He rolls to the left, fires it over the middle. In and out of hands, but a flag flies as the pass intended for Carl Reynolds, but he may have been interfered with down there. Aaron Goyke was the defender. And it looks like he got tangled up with Reynolds a little bit. And it will be pass interference, whistle down against Richland Center. So here you have a personal foul on the kickoff. You had a 5-yard offside giving a first down, and now you have this pass interference penalty going to allow Dodgeville to again increase their field position and also pick up another first down as that ball will be marked at the 14-yard line of Richland Center. So the yellow flags are definitely falling Dodgeville's way here in this drive. First and 10 at the 14. Here's the quarterback, straight back in the pocket, looks, swing, passes to the right side to Pitts, and that one off his fingertips out of bounds. That is one of the plays that it really takes a while for high school players to get, and it is that touch play or that swing pass to a running back out of the backfield.
Yeah, it looked like he kind of threw a little bit of a bullet at his shoelaces that time. You really need to have that, like you say, that soft touch on that.
Yeah, when you're used to gunning it downfield as Ayers is, and all of a sudden you got to decelerate and put the touch on it, sometimes for a young quarterback it's a bit hard to do. 2nd and 10. Spread formation here with 2 wide receivers both sides as Ayers back to pass. Now he's got pressure, rolls out of the pocket to his left. Stops, now he's going to run with it. He's got to the 15, rolls out to the 10, going wide, and he's going to get knocked out of bounds inside the 10 to about the 8-yard line. Nice stop on that far side by Nolan Krakow. If he doesn't get him, Ayers might have been able to dance into the end zone.
Well, excellent job of pressure that time by Richland center David Kropp. He just came right through there and almost got the sack, but Ayers was able to avoid the sack and pick up some yardage.
So the ball at about the 9-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 5 to go for the Dodgers. They can pick up a 1st down at about the 3-yard line. A little late in getting the play in here for Dodgeville. A little bit of indecision as they finally get the team up the line of scrimmage. Let's see if they come on a quicker count. You know, shotgun formation. We got flags flying. Throw towards the end zone. Going to be incomplete. And I believe we had backfield in motion against Dodgeville.
Yep.
Looked like they had some motion as I think Pitts might have flinched a little bit back there in his 3-point stance as they are talking to the Richland Center defensive captains. Well, this is going to be an interesting call. I mean, you move him back another 5. Illegal motion. They're going to decline it. So with the ball at the 9-yard line, if they try kicking a field goal, it's only about...
yeah, and I think that's what they'll probably do here, get some more points on the board.
Well, they're going to try to line up about 25. Well, let's see where they line him up here. They're going to mark him down at about the 18-yard line, so it'll be a 28-yard field goal attempt here for Aaron Ayers. And to do the holding for Dodgeville, Ganser. The kick is on the way. It's up, and it is...
No good.
No good. Wide to the right. Boy, he had plenty of distance on it, but he pushed it off to the right side. He's probably thinking he really had to huff it up there into the wind, and...
He got the air under it. He just didn't get it over to the right enough.
So wide to the right. And so Richland Center will take over, and they'll get the ball at their own 20-yard line with 6:36 remaining in the 2nd quarter, and it's a 15-6 lead for Dodgeville.
Well, there's a little moral victory for Richland Center with Dodgeville. They had 1st down on the 14, I believe, at one point.
Yeah, you better believe it. 1st down and 10 now for Richland Center. Here's the handoff straight up the middle. The ball's loose. Fumble. And they're going to call him down. Yes, they're going to call him down at the 25-yard line. The running back hit up the middle there, and that was Luke Wilson. He got hammered pretty good right in the middle of the defense. Didn't catch the number of the Dodger who played that defensively. But then the ball came out loose, but that was after Wilson was already on the ground. Pick up a 5 yards in the play. 2nd down and 5. Wide receiver split to the right and slot receiver to the right side. Again, the quick inside handoff, not much there. As the ball given again to Wilson. This time Wilson is stacked up right away. Peter Wineland on the stop defensively for the Dodgers. They pick up maybe a yard. They'll pick up now 3rd down and 4. At halftime coming up here. Of course, we'll be checking in with our scoreboard with scoreboard Johnny back at the station, checking on the scores around the leagues. And also, if we have some time, we'll also be playing a little interview we did with the voice of the Wisconsin Badgers, Matt LePay. Of course, you'll be hearing Matt and Mike Lucas tomorrow at 1 o'clock when the Badgers take on Ohio State. Here is the quarterback, Ewing, back to pass, running out of time, now rolls to his right, stops, throws it across the green. He's got a man wide open down the middle of the 30 to 15. He's going to make it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown for Richland Center to Justin Stanek. Stanek finding a little seam down the middle, 75 yards on the touchdown pass. And just like that, Richland Center picks up 6 points.
Now, he was sitting wide open in midfield. It was just a matter of the quarterback, Brandon Ewing, finding him, rolling out to his right-hand side, and finally seeing that midfield, and then it was a foot race, and Stanek won that. Touchdown, Richland Center.
Well, let's see what Richland Center does here. As they'll come up to the line, and they will go for the extra point. They'll try to kick it through the uprights.
Ewing will attempt the extra point.
As Ewing will try to punch it through the uprights. They line up at about the 12-yard line for the extra points. You notice that?
Maybe he needs a little distance back.
Here's the kick on the way. It's good. 15-13 the score. And the lead belongs to Dodgeville. Let's take a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to WIAA High School Football.
New Country, D99.3.
No matter where you travel in southwest Wisconsin, you're close to a Spenceley Grain location. Steve and Mary Spenceley are in Belmont, but they also have locations in Platteville, Hazel Green, Shellsburg, and Viroqua. Spenceley Grain does custom chemical applications, and grain merchandiser Bob Burgum is on staff too. How many places have a certified crop advisor? Spenceley Grain does. Of course, Spenceley Grain does drying and hauling with over 3 million bushels of USDA-approved storage to boot. Spenceley Grain also has a full line of Federal and Westfield transport augers on hand. Good luck teams from Spenceley Grain in Belmont, Platteville, Shellsburg, Hazel Green, and Viroqua.
I touch my nails and I twiddle my thumbs, but they're not half as good as Mikey's fresh buns. Come on, baby, they'll drive you crazy. Good, fresh, sweet rolls like you desire. Try our bakery. Woo-hoo. It tastes good. I want to tell you that I think you should. It's fine, divine. You really love it when you dine.
Cakes for all occasions, cookies, donuts, delicious breakfast rolls, and so much more. All at the Quality Bakery in downtown Dodgeville.
www.d99.3.com. Remember, spell out the points.
And the kickoff brought back by Nate Boffield, as Boffield was brought down by Matt Winger for Richland Center. At the 24-yard line, Dodgeville will start this drive. We were just talking off air, both myself and Michael were talking about how the defensive backs for Dodgeville just basically left the receiver alone when the quarterback rolled out. Here is a deep handoff, this time to Pitts as he tries it up the middle. Pounds the pile forward, maybe at about the 26-yard line. Stacked in there by Richland Center as David Kropp on the stop. A couple yards on the pickup. But as soon as Ewing, had the initial pressure and rolled out of the pocket, defensive backs just stopped covering the receiver. And then the receiver just standing up there by himself, static. Here's the spin and a give to Pitts, and Pitts breaks one tackle, gets forward. He gets it up to about the 30, maybe the 31-yard line before he stacked up. Nice job of running that time by Pitts. Stop made there by Cole Miller, but of course Pitts has been doing a good job of running all season long. And another stellar game last week in the victory against River Valley. And again, over 100 yards. He's got right now over 1,000 or 1,100 yards on the season already. My goodness.
That's unbelievable.
Third down and about 3 yards to go. At the 31-yard line. We've got movement. Yep, we do. And it's going to be illegal motion against Dodgeville. The left end for the Dodgers flinched at the line. You can't do it. When you're set, you're set. So instead of 3rd and short, now it's 3rd and 8 for the Dodgers.
A little preparation there for arena football, though, so it's always nice.
Well, that is, we were just talking about Richland Center and those penalties that basically let Dodgeville march it down the field there. Here you had an opportunity for a shorter try at a first down. Now it's 3rd and 8. Ayers has his team to line. He's back to pass. Rolls a little bit to his right. Stops. Throws it here to the near sideline and is going to go out of bounds. Ball is caught out of bounds by Boffield. But it looked like Ayers really wanted to juice it down the field, and he just kind of hurried that hand through the motion and kind of slid off the side of his hand and came kind of a dying quail and rolled his way out of bounds.
Ayers can't complain about the pass protection that time. Boy, he had all sorts of time.
Well, good job again by the interior of the Dodgeville line, and that's been a key here for the Dodgers, how they would match up against the bigger, more physical line of Richland Center. So here's Ayers back in punt formation here for the Dodgers. Waits for the snap, gets a good one, gets some pressure, and it's a high end over-ender. Going to go to the near sidelines and take a backwards bounce, roll back into Dodgeville territory. Finally going to be dropped down and downed at about the 47-yard line of Dodgeville. So great field position for Richland Center at the 47 of Dodgeville.
Could have been a lot worse, though. A couple of, I didn't catch their numbers, but a couple of Hornets came through that time and almost blocked that punt. Actually, Ayers was able to get it up in the air enough to get it away from him.
Yeah, they had some good pressure straight up the middle. So first down and 10. Richland Center at the line of scrimmage and in Dodgeville territory in this drive. Handoff goes to the first man through. Big hole. And as Luke Wilson, he picks and chooses his way across the 40 to about the 36-yard line. A gain of 11 and a first down. Nice hole on the interior again that time. And Wilson kind of hit the hole, and he was waiting for contact, didn't get any.
Yeah.
Until he got
somebody going to hit me here? Or?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll keep going.
Nice hole there. So first down and 10 for Richland Center at the 36-yard line of Dodgeville. Barking out the signals is Ewing. He gives it out to Wilson again. Wilson again with a hole. Wilson breaks the tackle, goes forward, but a penalty flag on the play. Down to about the 29-yard line, but hold everything. Let's see what the call is going to be. It looks like it's going to be against Richland Center. Well, let's see. The officials kind of wandering around now. They'll talk to the captain of the Dodgers. That being Jared Mauer out there. And that will be the call. It's at the line of scrimmage.
Shut up!
So, illegal procedure against Richland Center.
Just took them a while to sort it all out there.
Well, actually, it's almost a no-brainer. Why are you even talking to the captain of the team? The team has gained about 8 yards in that running play. Of course you're going to take the penalty. Yep. It's like a no-brainer. Why even ask the question? You don't even have to do Regis, is that your final answer? At the 41-yard line now. First down and 15, and just straight back in the pocket. Pumps once. Ewing firing it to the far sideline, and it's going to be off. And there's the flag as we've got the penalty against Dodgeville as Bothfeld stumbled on the play, and in stumbling, he fell right into the path of the intended receiver. The intended receiver being Ewing. And so the penalties will go against Dodgeville. They'll mark it from the line of scrimmage and mark off they don't mark it from where the flag is in pass interference for high school. So it'll be 15 from line of scrimmage. Now why is the chain gang guy moving? So they'll mark the ball. The guy in the chain gang, the down marker, he's not supposed to move until the officials say move.
Mm-hmm.
So the officials, at least they had an idea where it was. They're in the neighborhood, so it is a first down at the 25-yard line. But he took off, and right away the officials were looking for where the line of scrimmage was, and he's off already going to the other side of the field. Now first down and 10. Two wide receivers right side here for Richland Center. And here's the quarterback, Ewing. Back in the pockets, got pressure, firing it over the middle. Off the hands of Justin Stanek. He was right over the middle, open, and that ball was a bullet, and he just couldn't hang on.
Boy, had excellent pressure that time with the Dodgeville front defensive line. They just got to him right as he released the ball, so that might have had something to do with it.
So it'll be second down and 10. 2:37 left here in the second quarter. 15-13, Dodgeville with a lead. Wide receivers right and left, back split behind the quarterback. Brandon Ewing. Ewing straight back, now fires it, and it's in and off the hands of the intended receiver, Justin Stanek. As Stanek ran a little slant pattern, and Stanek, after the ball squirted off his hands, also got dumped. Hit pretty hard there by the defensive back for Dodgeville. And we've got a timeout on the field. And it's an official's timeout on the field.
We have an official's timeout on the field.
And I believe we got somebody either on the other side of the field that is in need of either some...
someone over on the Richland Center side.
Yeah, medical attention or equipment problem or what have you. So the officials, call time and they get the equipment man on the other side, let him do his work.
Yep, looks like there's a young man on the bench over on the Richland Center bench just needing some attention.
Okay, so 3rd down and 10. At the 25-yard line is Ewing, back to pass. He'll now run up the fake, drops it over the middle, and it is going to be caught. But short yardage gained on the play. A little dump pass that time to the fullback, Luke Wilson. Wilson makes the catch at about the 20-yard line, a pick of a 5 on the play. So now
it's decision time.
It's 4th down and 5, and Richland Center is going to call a timeout. Let us take a 30-second break. 30-second break. You're listening to WIAA High School Football.
New Country D99.3.
I chew my nails and I twiddle my thumbs, but they're not half as good as Mikey's fresh buns. Come on, baby, they'll drive you crazy. Good, fresh, sweet rolls like you desire. Try our bakery. Woo-hoo. It tastes good. I want to tell you that I think you should. It's fine, divine. You really love it when you dine.
Cakes for all occasions, cookies, donuts, delicious breakfast rolls, and so much more. All at the Quality Bakery in downtown Dodgeville.
Spell the point.
Log on to D99.3.com.
4th down and 5 yards to go at the 20-yard line of Dodgeville. Richland Center with the ball. And they trail 15-13 as the Dodgers with the lead, but the Hornets with an opportunity deep in Dodgeville territory.
Well, down by 2. They're at the 20-yard line. I'm sure they're discussing whether to try a field goal or go for it here.
Well, they're going to come to the line of scrimmage, and they are going to go for the 1st down or maybe just try to get in the end zone. Let's see. 2 wide receivers left side. Tight end on the right. Here's the quarterback, Ewing, back to pass. Got time. Rolls to his right now. Now he fires and he's going to get knocked down as the defense finally got in. Dennis Lay came in, dropping him for a loss. Boy, Ewing waited and waited and waited and still waited some more. But finally the defense converged on him and a loss of 5, and also Dodgeville gets the ball back at their own 25-yard line. Big defensive play there with 1:51 remaining in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, Dennis Lye coming around the right-hand side that time and hit the quarterback right in his back, and there goes that. That's the end of it, and Dodgeville's ball.
Well, Lye that time came in quickly to close on the gap and then to make the play. 1st and 10. Here's Ayers on the pitch to the right side to Pitts. Pitts trying to sweep the side, cuts it inside. Now he's going to get brought down by the pursuit after maybe a pickup of 2, maybe 3 yards. Pitts couldn't get outside wide at all, and Wilson on the play. Also got to make a call out there for Nick Durst and others coming in there for the Hornets. Pick up on the play, about 3 maybe, as they'll mark the ball at the 28-yard line, 2nd down and 7. Clock still ticking away, 1:22. Now Dodgeville will play it conservative unless they break a long gainer or pick up a decent-sized 1st down here. 2nd and 7, high formation behind. Here's Pitts with the ball, left side. Pitts trying to get outside. Pitts does turn the corner. Now he's going to go up against the grain. Boy, you're going to have penalty flag fly. It would be 1st down if he going to get the call here, but I believe we're going to have holding the call against Dodgeville.
Boy, a lot of penalty flags flying here in this 2nd quarter.
You know, when you have running backs like a Brady Pitts who changes direction so quickly, when you're a blocker, normally you have your back to the guy running with the football. If he changes his direction, the defensive man changes direction too, and as you're blocking him, your first move is
first instinct, grab
something. And that's when the penalty flags fly. And that's exactly what happened there, as they'll put the ball back to about the 24-yard line, holding the call. So we'll make it now 2nd down and 11 for the Dodgers at their own 24-yard line with 57 seconds on the clock. Here's Ayers. He'll give it off to Pitts on the right side. Pitts still cuts it inside. We'll have another penalty flag, as again we're going to have a call of holding, I believe, against Dodgeville.
Yep, here comes the flags again.
Well, you get into a situation sometimes where you are so intent on staying with your man, and right now the Dodgeville blockers are to the point where as soon as somebody maybe tries to move a certain way, they get a grab of jersey, and it's right in plain view of the guys in the stripes.
Yeah, that went the way, like you just said on the last play. Pitts was going outside, then he makes that big cut on the inside, And like you said, the Dodgeville offensive lineman or whoever did it was holding on to somebody there because of the cut.
Well, it'll be, let's see if we're going to make the call here. It's going to be a pickup of about 3-4 yards on that carry. They're going to decline the penalty. And a penalty decline and a timeout called by Richland Center with 48 seconds left on the clock.
Well, maybe Richland Center thinking maybe we can get this ball back and do something with it.
Well, that I think is in the minds of the coaching staff of Richland Center and head coach Jim Harris. Again, holding the call. The officials are discussing things. There you go. And it's third down. Because it was second down when that play happened. It was a second down and 11.
Well, now there's no timeout. Clock's ticking, so.
Okay, so then they declined the timeout because why would they really want to stop the clock? So we get back to the line of scrimmage and back to what we came here to see. That's football. Third down and 7. And here's the handoff to Pitts, and Pitts has stood right up at the line of scrimmage. Oh, a tough hit right there at the line of scrimmage. And tackle made by Aaron Hobson. And Aaron Hobson stood Pitts right up for no gain, and it'll be fourth down and now a timeout. And Richland Center came pretty close to blocking that last punt, so they may be thinking, let's put a little pressure on here and see what we can come up with. 19 seconds on the clock.
Might as well, you never know.
15-13, the lead belongs to Dodgeville. Again, halftime coming up. We'll cover some scores from around the SWAL 1, the SWAL 2 conference, Six Rivers Conference around our area. Plus, we'll have a interview that we did earlier this week with University of Wisconsin Badger football and basketball radio play-by-play man, Matt LePay. Hear a little bit about him, not the teams. Let's hear about him. Here's the snap, a good one. Ayers will get the kick away, and he hits it. A driver, and it's going to be loose on the field as the reception by the deep man, Mitch Collins. He tried to catch it on the run, bobbled it, and then fell right on top of it at his own 45-yard line with just a scant 12 seconds left here in this half. Well, let's see. I wouldn't be surprised.
Maybe they'll take a shot at it here.
Ewing has the gun to chug it downfield. We've seen it. Justin Stanek is split out way wide. Here is Ewing. As he's back to pass, he's got pressure right up the middle. He's dropped for loss. As he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage there by Justin Athey, as Athey drops him for a 4-yard loss, and that is the end of the first half as time has expired. Richland Center player is down at about the 40-yard line, appears to be injured, but that is the end of the first half. The score reads Dodgeville 15, Richland Center 13. We've got halftime coming your way after this 3-minute timeout. You're listening to WIAA High School Football.
Goes down the field.
First down and 10 for Dodgeville at their own 46-yard line, so a good kickoff return gives good field position here for the Dodgers. At the line of scrimmage, two wide receivers way wide. They give it off inside to Pitts. Got a hole. The 50 into Richland Center territory at about the 47-yard line, where he's brought down there by the Hornets as Luke Wilson got a hold of him, but not before he picks up a good chunk of yards, about 8 on that carry. And it'll be now a second down and 2 for the Dodgers. They can pick up a first down by just nosing the ball to about the 44-yard line. The ball is at the 46 of Richland Center. Just underway here in the second half. 15-13, the Dodgers with the lead. Again, two wide receivers split way right. Ayers out of the shotgun. Inside handoff to Pitts. Pitts vaults over one, falls forward. He's got first down yardage and will get it out to about the 42-yard line. And the first down is made there as Richland Center's Matt Whetstone on the stop, but not before. Enough yards for first down.
Well, like I said at halftime, Brady Pitts had 12 yards in the first half, and guess what? He already has 12 yards in the second half, so there he goes, off and running.
Now Dodgeville showing a bit of a wide receiver, tandem to the right side, way wide, and then giving the ball inside to Brady Pitts, trying to spread the defense out a bit. Again, now wide receivers both ways. Here's the fake on the inside handoff to Pitts. Ayers pumps, fires it to the right side, and it's going to be picked off, but out of bounds. nice interception by Aaron Goike, but unfortunately he made it out of bounds for Richland Center.
Yeah, Aaron Goike that time falling backwards, making an excellent grab, and was just barely out of bounds. Otherwise, it would have been a turnover right off the bat.
It was a nice play by Goike, and just about turned it into a turnover. 2nd down and 10.
Come on, Dodgers!
So Dodgeville now at the 42-yard line. In the shotgun, inside handoff goes to Pitts, and Pitts trying to get outside, and he cannot, as the defense right there to stop him. Andy Troxel that time got a hold of Pitts and dropped him for about a yard loss. So that'll bring now a 3rd down and 11. You know, when you go out of the shotgun formation, you have that inside handoff to the runner. It's really tough for the runner because he's basically standing still, and you give him the ball, and he's got the defense right on top of him. You have to have some quick moves out there. So here it is, 3rd down, 11. Ayers straight back in the pocket, looks to the near sideline, he's got a man open. It is complete to Bothville, but he steps out of bounds at about the 38-yard line, maybe 39. Pickup of about 4 yards on that pass completion. Bothville was not the primary receiver on that play, but the receivers downfield were well covered. As Dodgeville had Ganser downfield deep, but he was well covered. So now Ayers will get set to punt. He's going to try to pin Richland Center back down deep in near their own goal line. High snap, but Ayers gets it, hits it, and it's a low driving punt, bouncing at about the 10, as it hits a little bit of a 9-iron kind of a bounce and rolls forward to about the 6, maybe 5-yard line. And again, Ayers with the punting pins Richland Center deep in their own territory.
Yeah, I was going to say that's probably about the 3rd or 4th time he's done that this evening. Excellent job of punting tonight by Ayers.
Well, Ayers has pinned them back there a couple of times. Richland Center has started drives on their own 6 twice in this game. And now they're starting this one at their own 5-yard line. So at the line of scrimmage, Richland Center on the offense, deep in their own territory. They'll give it straight handoff on the right side. First man pounding through, that's Luke Wilson. Wilson off right tackle. Picks up about 2-3 yards. They're going to mark him about the 8-yard line. Pick up a 3. And credit to tackle that time made by Peter Wineland, I believe, got him on that one. Call it now 2nd down and 7 for Richland Center. Just underway here in the second half, and it's 15-13 lead for Dodgeville. High formation back behind the quarterback, Ewing. Ewing will give it to the tailback off right tackle. He's got a big hole. He's into the secondary, and he's still on his feet. Breaks a tackle to the 35, down to the 37-yard line. Good run made that time by Richland Center's tailback. That's Nolan Krako, as Krako broke it for a big gainer all the way out to the 37-yard line, a pickup on the play of 29 yards.
Yeah, looked like Krako that time. He got away from a couple Dodgers, including Bothville. Bothville kind of went for the ball that time, and Krako came out of there with about 10 or 15 extra yards.
And Bothville didn't make the stop. There's no one going to stop him. Here's the handoff inside, nothing there. Trying a little misdirection, and the handoff inside, stopped right there at the wall of the defense. As it was Wilson on the carry in the interior of the defense, stopping him for virtually no gain. Trevor Christensen on the stop, and others for the Dodgers. A middle game, maybe about 2 on the play out to the 39-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Hornets. At their own 39-yard line. I formation back behind the quarterback, Ewing. Wide receivers both ways. Ewing calls out the signals. Will give it off to his tailback, and off the right tackle he goes. It's Krako. Krako across the 40. Pounds it up about the 43-yard line. And making the play there, Ian Clark. And also we'll have to call Christensen again, making the play. And a pickup on that carry. About 4 yards. Going to make it now a 3rd down and 4 for the Hornets at their own 43-yard line. Big defensive stop here is what the Dodgers are looking for. Here's the handoff to the tailback. He's got first down yardage, still on his feet. Rolls into Dodgeville territory, the 49-yard line. Another nice run by Krako. Picks up yardage to the 49 of Dodgeville, and another first down.
Yeah, good job by Krako at twisting and turning and picking up that extra yardage that time. And gets the first down and then some.
Krako showing some bursts here in this first drive, as Richland Center started this drive deep in their own territory at their own 5, and they marched it out to midfield. Here is Ewing, back to pass, fires it, he's got a man in the flat, complete, and it is complete to the right side to Jake Keller. Keller makes the catch on the right side to about the 42-yard line of Dodgeville. Tackle on that far side by the defense, and Ayers making the stop, but a pickup of about 8 yards on that pass completion, and it'll be second down and short.
Richland Center moving right down the field.
Second down, long 2 to go. In the I formation, Ewing back to pass again, firing it long downfield. He's got a man open, and it's going to be a little too long as his intended receiver got back behind the defense. That is Justin Stanek. Stanek has got a big pass completion earlier where he caught a 75-yarder for a touchdown. Got behind the defense again, but that pass is about 2 yards too far.
Yeah, Stanek split the defenders that time and just didn't have enough speed, or the ball was overthrown. Take your pick, but would have been a touchdown too.
I'm just going to say, when you have those second and 2-yard situations in the opponent's territory, it's not surprising to see a long pass. Here's the handoff going up to Krako, pounds it up the line, but he did not get a first down. He stopped right at the 40, and it was a helmet-to-helmet hit that time as Drew Lewis lowered the boom on the tailback that time, as Krako only picks up a yard, and he's going to be shy of a good yard away from a first down. Fourth down and a yard. Richland Center at the line. Dodgeville on the defense. Here's Ewing, spins, gives to Krako, hops over the line and gets the first down, and he rolls out to the 35-yard line. Krako that time off of right tackle, vaulted over the line of scrimmage and got the first down and then some. About 5 on the pickup.
Yeah, basically he's running the high hurdles that time to get the first down, but whatever it takes.
This will be the 10th play on this drive. First down, and the handoff this time to Wilson off right tackle. Wilson's got running room. Off right tackle, picks up a quick 5. They ran it that time as Tanner Pratt finally grabs a hold of him and stops him after the 5-yard pickup. The Richland Center right now establishing themselves at the line of scrimmage, opening some holes, and also Krako has been doing a good job hitting the holes quickly for the Hornets. Second down and 5 at the 30. Here is the quarterback. He'll keep it. Ewing on the option, rolls to the left and gets first down yardage across the 25 to about the 23-yard line. Drew Lewis on the stop, and we got a penalty flag tossed right there at the collision there, and it's going to be a personal foul against Dodgeville. Well, we saw it earlier with Richland Center with a foolish late foul, basically a frustration foul after a play gains yardage. Then you tack on another 15, and that will mark the ball all the way down to the Dodgeville. Let's see where they mark that football. It's going to be marked about the 11 or 12.
Yep, 11-yard line.
First down and 10. Here's Ewing. He hands it off to the tailback, and he's got yardage down to about the 5-yard line. As Krako hitting the hole quickly and getting into the secondary, picking up a nice chunk of yards again, about 7 on that carry.
That was a game-saving, or a touchdown-saving tackle that time. Otherwise, he would have scored on that one. Just got kind of tripped up at the end there.
Second down and 3 yards to go here for the Hornets. This drive started at their own 5-yard line. Let's remember that. Hornets moving it down the field. Here's the handoff again to Krako. Vaults over the line, and he hits into the linebacker, and he got stood up. Maybe a yard pickup, if that. And defensively, it's so hard to see the numbers on that far side. I'm trying to call who's making plays here. Jared Meyer on that play made the stop. Pickup of about a yard on that, maybe 2. It will be third down and about a yard to go. Ball is resting at the 3-yard line of Dodgeville. Ewing has his team to line. Ewing will hand off to Wilson off right tackle. Wilson hits the line, but not much room there as Ian Clark got a hold of him and wrestled him right down to the turf. It all depends where the official marks the ball. And I believe they will bring in the official chain gang on the far side to bring it in to check to see how close he is to a first down. And this will be a big mark right here.
Yeah, from our perspective back here, I can't really tell, but it's going to be awfully close.
Yeah, we're again in the middle of the field. This is all on the far end. They stretch out the chain. It is a first down. First down and goal at the 2-yard line of Dodgeville. 4:03 remaining in this third quarter. So Richland Center taking this ball from their own 5, marching it downfield here. Very impressive drive here to start this second half at the line. Ewing has his team there. He spins, gives to Wilson straight in the middle. Touchdown. Luke Wilson in from 2 yards out, and Richland Center has jumped out to a 19-15 lead.
Yeah, it was basically just Luke Wilson taking it right up the gut. Didn't really have much pressure from the Dodgeville defense. And touchdown for Richland Center, and they take the lead.
Well, let's see what the Hornets elect to do here. They have a lead of 4. And they will go for 2 points. They will try for a 2-point conversion. They'll have a wide receiver split right side. The 2 backs split behind Ewing. Ewing spins. He will roll to his right, throws it to the end zone, and it's going to be caught in the corner of the end zone for a 2-pointer. Justin Stanek makes the catch, and the score now reads Richland Center 21, Dodgeville 15. Let's take a 30-second break. You're listening to WIAA High School Football.
New Country D99.3.
Paint Plus at 142 South Iowa Street in Dodgeville would like to be your paint, wallpaper, and window treatment headquarters. Paint Plus offers you plenty of colors and styles for any interior or exterior project. At Paint Plus, you'll find wallpaper discounted off the manufacturer's low retail price every day. Paint Plus also offers you free in-home decorating services. And with their computer color matching system, can take any swatch or sample and give you a precise color match in paint. Paint Plus, your paint, wallpaper, and window treatment headquarters of 142 South Iowa Street in Dodgeville.
New Country D99.3.
A 15-play, 95-yard touchdown drive by Richland Center. That was impressive. Here's a kickoff going to the near side. It's going to go over the head of Pitts and roll into the end zone for a touchback. So the Dodgers will have this at their own 20-yard line. 15 plays, 95-yard drive. First time Richland Center has the ball in the second half. That was impressive.
Anytime you can drive the length of the field, especially a 15-play drive where you drain the clock and you end up with a touchdown at the end to take the lead, no less. Excellent job by your offense.
Well, we got a discussion here by the Richland Center.
Come on, Dodgers!
So they had a little discussion on their kickoff, but now they're going to set the ball in play at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10 for Dodgeville. There's some discussion there with coaching staff and Jim Harris with the officials, but the discussion is now over. Here is the handoff going to Pitts. And Pitts off right tackle. He's got a positive 5 yards as he pounds it off right tackle. Tackle made there by Jason Welch. So it'll be 2nd down and 5 for the Dodgers, who now trail in this ball game, 21-15. Dodgers right now may be wanting to keep the ball pretty much close in here into the wind. And here's Pitts now off the left side. Pitts breaks off a 1 tackle, still on his feet, and he gets it up and still pounds forward. He gets it across the 30 for a first down. Pitts was stopped at the 29-yard line, but the extra effort gets him the first down. Matt Whetstone and others on the stop, but boy, Pitts just showing you that never say die attitude, picking up 6 when maybe should have maybe only had 1.
Yeah, that's what they mean when they say keep your legs turning, and look what happens. Instead of getting a 1-yard gain, he turns out to get a 5-6-yard gain and a first down.
So 1st down and 10 at the 31-yard line for the Dodgers. Wide receivers both ways with the I formation back behind quarterback Aaron Ayers. Calls the signals. Here's the play action. No, he'll give it to Pitts off the right side. Pitts cuts it inside, and he falls forward to about the 35-yard line. Tripped up there by the defense as a tackle made by Aaron Goike for the Hornets. But another pickup, another positive yardage pickup. About 4, maybe 5 yards on the play. It'll be second down and 6 here for the Dodgers.
Come on!
First drive of the second half, Richland Center marching at 95 yards to get the go-ahead score. Here's Ayers to Pitts off the left side, breaks one tackle, still on his feet, now cuts it upfield across the 40 to about the 41-yard line. You know, Pitts is getting contact right at the point of the hole, but he glances off of it and still finds a way to move forward. Finally tackled there by Nolan Krako, but not before he picks up another 4 yards.
And that's what I've noticed from the first half to the second half with Pitts, is in the first half he was getting that initial contact and going down, but now he's taking that initial contact and spinning off of it and turning it into positive yardage.
Third down, about a yard to go. It's the quarterback sneak, and it's Ayers straight up the middle, and it's a first down. Ayers just following his center, as the center that time with the blocking Scott Johanning just burrowing forward, and Ayers follows him through to the 43, and it's a first down. So after the first half where both of these teams were kind of airing things out and all over the place, now more conservative, more running attack based, and both offenses showing you ways to move the ball. First down and 10 at the 43-yard line. Again, the quarterback sneak. Ayers got the hole across into Richland Center territory all the way to the 48-yard line. You don't normally expect those quick little plays like that. The quarterback sneaks to gain you 8 yards, but if there's the big space between the defensive tackles where the center goes, you know, the quarterback should just take it.
Yeah, take it every time. That's what they're going to give you. Go ahead and go for it.
Second and 2, spin. The give goes this time to the fullback, and he gets hammered right at the point of the defense. Will Bothfield, I believe, at number 44. Will Bothfield, he got the handoff, and he got stuck right there at the line of scrimmage. And Jesse Campbell and others there for the Hornets stopping him, maybe even for a loss of a yard in that play. Call it now third down and about 3. Ball at the 48, maybe 49-yard line of Richland Center. This may be the last play of the third quarter. Wide receivers both ways, as Ayers will spin and give it off to Pitts. Pitts cutting it up, and he's still on his feet, and then he's got first down yardage. 45 to the 41-yard line. That was all Brady Pitts. There was no hole there, folks. Absolutely none. And he ends up picking up 7 yards and another first down, and that should be the final play of this third quarter. Now they're going to kick the clock back in gear. Now they start it up. And with 9 seconds, and Coach Mike Baranek says, hey, let's just let the clock run down. And they will. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. One more quarter yet to go, and it's a 21-15 lead in favor of Richland Center. 1 minute timeout. You're listening to WIAA High School Football.
New Country, D99.3.
When you need expert professional installation or service on your overhead garage doors or sheds or warehouse doors, just call on the experts, Dodgeville Overhead Doors. Just one call to Doug or Larry at 935-3456 does it. They'll give you a free estimate on the work. Dodgeville Overhead Doors and Openers sells and installs quality doors. They're a CHI dealer. For this area's #1 overhead door company, call Doug or Larry at Dodgeville Overhead Doors and Openers, 935-3456. Large and small doors, they'll get them open and closed in no time at all.
What features make a good drugstore? Corner Drugstore in Dodgeville has 2 convenient locations, Corner Drugstore Downtown and Corner Drugstore South, located between the hospital and the doctor's offices in the professional building. Both locations offer the same services, including computerized records, third-party billing, generic medicines, 24-hour emergency service, and free delivery. Corner Drug South offers convenient parking and easy handicap access. Corner Drug Downtown and Corner Drug South in the professional building. Over 100 years of service to the Iowa County area.
New Country, D99.3.
Well, the 9th play of this drive for the Dodgers coming up here. First down and 10 at the 41-yard line of Richland Center. As Ayers will spin, he'll give it to the fullback. That's Will Bothfield. As Bothfield that time pounds it straight up the middle across the 40 and falls forward to about the 37-yard line. Well, maybe go 38-yard line, pick up about 3 on the play. It'll be second down and about 7 yards to go here for Dodgeville. 11:37 and counting left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Ayers, spins and gives to Pitts. Pitts hits the brakes, now goes wide left. He's to the 35, and he's collared and brought down on a nice defensive play. Across the 35 out to about the 33-yard line as he was stopped out there by Richland Center, and Aaron Hobson helping out on that play. Pick up on that one of about 5 to make it now 3rd down and approximately 2 yards to go.
Well, good job by the Hornets defense that time, collaring Pitts right at the point of attack there. Actually, Pitts is still getting a few extra yards every time he's getting hit.
3rd down and 2. Dodgers can pick up a 1st down at the 31-yard line. The ball resting at the 33. I formation. Quarterback sneak. It's Ayers pounding forward. Looks like a 1st down at the 30 as the pile just falls forward with Ayers right in the middle of it. And on the stop is Jason Welch, but not before Ayers lands on the 30, and it's a 1st down.
Yeah, give credit that time to the big offensive line of the Dodgeville Dodgers. They were the cause of that pickup for the 1st down that time.
Well, I'm a former center, and Scott Johanning is doing the job up front there at the center position for Dodgeville. His main job is just go forward and make enough room for Ayers to pick up 1st down yardage, and he does. 1st down and 10 at the 30. Wide receivers both ways. Here's the play action to Pitts. Goes to the near corner, and it's going to be overthrown as Bothfield, the intended receiver, Nate Bothfield, well covered down in that corner by the Richland Center cornerback Matt Whetstone. And that pass goes incomplete. And it'll be now 2nd down and 10. That was the first pass of this drive.
Well, you can tell by what they're doing there that the Dodgers are looking to strike this time through the air once again.
2nd down and 10 at the 30-yard line of Richland Center. Dodgeville with the ball. They trail 21-15. Ayers the quarterback. Ayers play action, rolling to his right. Now got to get away from the defense. Hits the brakes. Now he's going to come back the other way. He's got some running room. He's going to head upfield with the football. Cuts it inside 30, 25, and dropped down on the backside. A hard hit there made by Cole Miller, but not before. A nice run that time by quarterback Aaron Ayers.
Boy, give a call to Trevor Christensen on that excellent block that sprung Ayers open for that big run. Great job that time. Nice blocking.
Pickup of 7 yards on that carry. And a good decision by Ayers, too, that he rolled to his right, realizing that the only way he's going to pick up something, he's going to have to just run with it. Identifying it, made his decision, and picked up a positive 7 yards. 3rd and 3. Big play here. Here's Pitts off right tackle. Pitts still pounding it forward, but he's going to be short of 1st down yardage. The defense that time for Richland Center holding their own. Cole Miller helping stymie that play for Richland Center. And as he's shy of the 1st down by about a yard, maybe about 2, they're going to mark the ball at about the 21.5-yard line. They can get a 1st down, the Dodgers can, if they get it just past the 20. 4th down. And a little bit more than a yard. 4th and about a yard and a half to go. Play came late from the sideline. Dodgers got to hurry into their position. Ayers has his team to line. Ayers calls the signals. He's going to run option left. He's got running room. Ayers turns the corner, cuts it upfield. 1st down yardage, knocked out of bounds. And the drive continues for the Dodgers. Option play rolling left side. He gets it inside to about the 15-yard line. And a pickup of about 6 yards on the play.
Yeah, and if Ayers doesn't have it that time, he could have swung it out to Pitts. They had a nice open field that time, enough to pick up the 1st down and then some.
Well, they ran the option. They faked it to the fullback inside, option left. And that play went for, well, they're going to mark it all the way down to the 14-yard line. 1st down and 10 for the Dodgers at the 14 of Richland Center. Ayers the quarterback. We'll give it off to Pitts, off right tackle, and Pitts hits the line, but maybe a yard, and that is all as Andy Troxel hops on the back and wrestles him down to the ground. The 17th play of this drive is coming up.
Oh, my.
I had to just double check just to make sure I had the right count there.
I was going to say, that seems like quite a bit, but Richland Center had a 15-play drive, so.
They had a couple of 4th down conversions, so they add up. Only a pickup of a yard in that play. 2nd and 9. Here is the option left, and the option with Ayers. You'll pitch it to Pitts, and Pitts fumbles it out of bounds. It rolls out of bounds. They will mark it back to where the fumble first occurred, they won't give him the forward progress where the ball rolled out of bounds, will they? Well, let's see.
I wouldn't hope.
They're going to mark it out at about the 9-yard line. That's where they'll mark it.
Yeah.
Now, he just put the beanbag there, so that was where the fumble occurred, was about at the 12-yard line. And they'll mark the ball at about the 9-yard line, so the play actually gained about 3 yards. 3rd down and 5. The Dodgers can pick up a first down at the 4. You're about 2-down territory right here anyway. You're going to give 2 shots at it. Here's Ayers at the line. Ayers, he's straight back to pass, now rolling to his right. He's still rolling, stops, throws it across the grain, a man in the end zone, touchdown! Touchdown in the back of the end zone for the Dodgeville Dodgers, and I believe that's Tom Genzer on the reception. So Genzer makes the catch, 9-yard touchdown pass, and now Dodgeville is tied it up at 21.
Boy, excellent rollout that time by Aaron Ayers, and he rolls out to his right-hand side, and just as he's about to run out of room, chucks it down to the back of the end zone, and Tom Genzer with an excellent catch, falling down on his knees. Touchdown Dodgers, and they take the lead.
Big extra point coming up here. Snap is good, kick is on the way, it's up, and it is no good. Wide to the right. We're tied at 21. Let's take a 1-minute break. You're listening to WIAA High School Football.
New Country D99.3.
Coming through for you, that's Gratz.
October Pork Month is the perfect time to buy a new car at Gratz Motors in Mineral Point. Get top trade-in allowance and a great deal from Mike or Pat. The road is open to Gratz Motors, so head on in for a great deal. A few 2002 models are available and the 2003s are on the lot. Check out all the great deals at Gratz Motors during October Pork Month.
Who is coming through for you? That's Gratz. We're all the bank you'll ever need. Livingston State Bank. That's what keeps us in the lead. We take good care of you. First rate full service and a style you're sure to like. We're there when you need us. We're the people who treat you right. We're all the bank you'll ever need. Livingston State Bank.
New Country D99.3.
At the 7:52 mark here in the 4th quarter, the Dodgers tie it up, but the extra point had plenty of distance on. He was playing for the win, but it bent around the right pole.
I was going to say, he played with the wind, and it looked like he played it the right way, but not quite.
Here's the kickoff, going to be taken off the hands of the receiver, Kyle Ewing, and he rolls back in the end zone for a touchback. And so Richland Center will start their drive at their own 20-yard line. The score tied at 21, 7:49 remaining in this contest. Well, you had 2 teams here, both with identical records, both losses for both of these teams were to Lancaster. Way so many similarities, you just had a feeling that you're going to get into a game.
Yep, you had
like
to know
this.
it was going to come down to this.
2 wide receivers split to the left side here for the Hornets, as the handoff will go this time to the tailback, and picking up 3 yards is Krako across about the 23-yard line. Pick up a 3 as they ran that one right off the left tackle. And 2nd down and about 7 yards to go for the Hornets. Clock ticking away, 7:30 on the ticker. We're tied at 21. Again, wide receiver to the left and a closer wide receiver to the left, as the quarterback will give it the first man through, pounding it up, and not much running room there as the fullback, Luke Wilson, that time hit the hole, but there was no hole. As a good defensive play, let's call Peter Wineland out as he stuffed that play for only maybe a couple of yards, as they're going to mark the ball just shy of the 25, and it'll be a 3rd down and a long 5 yards to go. Well, the Dodgeville defense would love a stop right here, and Richland Center obviously would love to keep this drive alive.
You bet.
3rd and a long 5. Here's the pitch left side, trying to sweep that way, trying to turn the corner as Connell, and he's not going to get it. Collins, that is, I should say, Mitch Collins, sweeping the left side, got up to about the 28-yard line, but the pursuit that time was there, and a stop made, a big stop. Carl Reynolds filled in that play and stopped that about 2 yards short. 4th down and 2 yards to go for Richland Center. And let's see if they're going to come to the line of scrimmage here and possibly go for it. Of course, they went for it in the middle part of the field, but you kind of wonder. They are.
Boy.
4th down and a long yard. They're at the 28.5. They got to get to the 30. Hand off, and it's off left tackle. 1st down to the tailback. That's Krako, and he just ran hard and picked up just enough for the 1st down. Boy, you've got to give some credit where credit's due, folks. You have a 4th down and a long yard, deep in your own territory, late in the game, and you go for it.
Gutsy play calling by the Richland Center coaching staff, and they were successful that time.
Well, that's belief in your line at the 32-yard line. Here is this time the handoff to the right side, and the ball is given off there to Wilson. And Wilson again carrying people across the 35 to about the 37-yard line before he's hog-tied there by Peter Wineland and others for the Dodgeville defense. But another pickup of about 5 yards on the play. This was kind of a wide-open shoot-'em-up game in that first half, and this has turned into a rock'em sock'em type of a second half. Just bare bones between the tackles pounding here. 2nd down and 5. High formation behind the quarterback Ewing. Straight back in the pocket. Now he'll fire out the left side. He's got a man right open. Complete. On that far sideline is Jake Keller, and Keller is going to get rode out of bounds by the defense. Being played there by Reynolds, but not before a 1st down catch out to the 47-yard line. Nice little 10-yard pickup on that little down-and-out pattern, which has been there all game long for the Hornets. Another 1st down, 5:08 on the clock here in the 4th. Here's the spin to give to Wilson. Wilson across the midfield stripe, gets it into Dodgeville territory at about the 48-yard line. Tackle made that time by Drew Lewis. But again, a pickup on the play of about 5 yards. When you come out there, 1st down, picking up 5 yards at a pop, this makes your other play calling pretty simple.
Yeah, give credit to that big offensive line, Richland Center.
And Richland Center is doing this into the teeth of a pretty good wind here. 2nd down and 5. Ewing back to pass, down and out, ducked down by the interior of the line. I believe that time Justin Athey got his big left hand on it and batted it out of the air. As that receiver again was open here to the near side of the field, so now bring up a 3rd down and 5.
Well, that one was dangerous. Tipped up in the air. You never know who's going to grab it and run which way.
Yep. So here's another big 3rd down play coming up here in the drive. 4:34 remaining in this 4th quarter. Score tied at 21. Ewing has his team to line. Play action, back to pass. Now he's going to have to run with it. He's rolling to the right side, looking for the 1st down. He's got it. He's going to get pushed out of bounds as he gets down to about the 38-yard line of Dodgeville. Good play by the quarterback as Brandon Ewing making the decision, and a good decision at that, is he just realized that he's going to have to run for that 1st down stakes, and he got it. Picked up about 7 yards on the play.
Yeah, like you said, excellent job of just tucking it away and taking what they give you, which is enough for a 1st down.
1st down and 10, Richland Center on this drive. Now at the 38-yard line of Dodgeville. The spin, the give goes to the tailback. And a hole is there as Krako pounds it up across the 35 to about the 33-yard line. Another 5 on that 1st down carry. And right now the offensive line for Richland Center is establishing themselves in the interior against Dodgeville's line. Picking up those 5 yards in those 1st down carries. Coming up on a 4-minute mark of this 4th quarter. Wide receivers, 2 of them split to the left side. Ewing will spin, he'll give it to the fullback, and he stopped right there. Ball was handed off to Luke Wilson, and he got stopped right at the line. Drew Lewis got him by around the knees and dropped him for virtually no gain. And it'll be now 3rd down and 5 for Richland Center.
Yeah, Lewis hit him low, and Christensen hit him high, and he's going nowhere.
3rd and 5. Wide receivers, this time split to the right side. Is Ewing rolls to his left. Ewing's got some pressure. Ewing being flushed out of the pocket. He's being chased, fires it over the middle. It's in and out of the hands of Drew Lewis of Dodgeville. Almost had the interception. When you throw it against the grain or, back into the middle of the field, you're just asking for trouble, and that time Ewing got away with it.
Well, excellent job of pressure that time by Dennis Lai of the Dodgers, forcing the Richland Center quarterback to get rid of it into the middle of the field, and almost resulted in an interception, like you said.
4th down and 5. at the 33-yard line of Dodgeville. Richland Center can pick up a first down at Dodgeville's 28-yard line. Here they come to the line of scrimmage. Wide receivers to the left, both of them. Tight end is on the right side. I formation back behind the quarterback, Ewing. Ewing straight back into the pocket. Looks over the middle, and now he fires it to the far corner. It's up in the air, and it's going to be intercepted! In the end zone, touchback as the interception. That time, I believe it's Carl Reynolds picking it off, and Dodgeville gets the ball back with 3:11 left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Carl Reynolds with the excellent hands making the turn and picking off the ball in the middle, in the left-hand side of the field that time. And big break for the Dodgers, turnover time, and let's see what the Dodgers can do with the ball. 3 minutes, 11 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
Again, give credit to Richland Center's coaching staff, Coach Jim Harris, trying to go for it all there. That was a heck of a call. 1st and 10 for Dodgeville at their 20. Here's Pitts trying it off right tackle. He hits a wall of Hornets right there. There was just not much there at all. In fact, there's going to be no gain on that play. It'll be 2nd down and 10. The line play for Richland Center has definitely picked up here in this second half. First half, I would say that Dodgeville probably had the better of it. In this second half, the Hornets have really established themselves. 2nd down and 10 at their own 20-yard line. 2:40 on the clock here in the fourth quarter. Score tied at 21. There's the quarterback. This time they'll give it to Pitts trying the left side. Pitts breaks one tackle, still on his feet to the 25, 30. 35, 40. Still on his feet, 45. Down the far sideline, caught at the 46-yard line of Richland Center. Tackle made by Cody Myers. Otherwise, Brady Pitts takes it all the way downtown. But it's a big first down for the Dodgeville Dodgers at the 46 of Richland Center.
Well, like I stated early in the second half, Brady Pitts was just asking to get broke out here and get something going, and he'd been chugging away. Sure enough, there he goes.
39 yards on the carry. Let's make that 34 yards, excuse me. The ball is resting at the 46. Here's Ayers back to pass. Pressure. Now he throws it near sidelines. It's up for grabs. It's going to be incomplete as that pass was underthrown, and a good job by Nate Bothfield, the returner receiver, coming back to that ball. He actually turned more into a defensive back than a receiver, trying to swat it away out of the hands of Casey Boak of Richland Center.
It looked like Ayers kind of forced it that time, kind of just went with the play that was called and went to his receiver, but luckily it wasn't intercepted.
Well, there's 2:05 remaining on the clock. 2nd down and 10. 2 wide receivers both ways out of the shotgun formation. Here's Ayers, straight back, way back deep with the drop. Now he's running with it. He's at the 45-yard line, stops in the midfield straight, has a man wide open and over the middle of the field, and it's caught. Caught by Gansley. Tom Ganser on the catch. A diving grab, by the way. At about the 20, well, let's see where he marked the ball. It's marked at about the 25-yard line. And he'll say 26-yard line. Well, let's move it back a little bit more, 27. These guys have this roaming way of marking the football here. 17 yards on the pass completion. So it's now 1st and 10. In the shotgun again. Ayers now rolls to his right, stops. Now he's got to get out of the pressure. He gets out of the pocket. Now he's going to run down the left sideline. Tries to juke a man. Now he just gets knocked out of bounds after a minimal gain on the play, as Ayers just ran out of options in that one.
Yeah, there was really nothing he could do. He didn't want to force the ball this time. I'm sure he was thinking, no, let's just tuck it under and take what we can get here and just kind of run with it.
They'll mark the ball just shy of the 25, about a yard pickup. It'll be 2nd down and 9 for the Dodgers. 1:40 left here in the fourth quarter. Score tied at 21. Glad you are locked in with us here at D99.3 for this game. I formation behind the quarterback, Ayers. He'll spin, give to Pitts. Pitts tries to cut it up field, but he is dropped. Nice play by Jesse Campbell, as Campbell read the play nicely and stopped Pitts for maybe only a yard pickup, as that ball just nosed past the 25 to about the 24-yard line. Minute 22 on the clock. Well, now you've got to be thinking, if you're the Dodgeville Dodgers, if you don't get the first down, do you try to kick it through the uprights? Ayers has got the leg to do it. He's got the wind at his back. In the shotgun formation, Ayers. He's back to throw. Ayers will fire it. He's got a man wide open. It's Tanner Pratt. Pratt has it at the 10-yard line. First down yardage. He fumbled the football, and it is going to be recovered by Dodgeville. Nate Bothfield got on top of it. I don't know if they called the fumble or not, but nonetheless, it's still Dodgeville's football at the 9-yard line of Richland Center, and a timeout is called by Dodgeville. Let's take a 30-second break. We're tied at 21, a 30-second break. You're listening to WIAA High School Football.
New Country D99.3.
The growth of physician specialty services at Upland Hills Health means more conveniences and less travel time for patients. With new clinic facilities, Upland Hills Health is working to bring more specialists to Southwest Wisconsin.
New Country D99.3.
Scoreboard update. There's an upset tonight. Lancaster's 35-game win streak is over. Prairie du Chien 8, Lancaster 7.
All right. Prairie du Chien has defeated Lancaster 8-7. And it's just being announced to the crowd here, as you can tell their reaction. As it's going to be first and goal for the Dodgers at the 9-yard line of Richland Center. 53 seconds on the clock.
Tell you what, everybody here is on their feet ready for a touchdown. I know I am.
Well, you're hoping for points if you're a Dodgeville fan. At the line of scrimmage, Ayers has his team up there, back split behind him. They'll give it to Pitts, trying to sweep it left side. He's going to run out of the room and going to get dropped for a loss back to the 15-yard line. Nice play that time by Andy Troxel. Good penetration and a loss of 5, maybe 6 yards. And another time out on the field, and it's Coach Mike Baronic who's going to want to bring his offense out there and discuss this, and we'll keep it right here with 39 seconds on the clock. Well, the Flying Arrows have been defeated.
Yeah, that's huge. They only put up 7 points, too.
Now, the ramifications of that is very simple. Winner of this game, not only do they get automatic berth to the state tournament, but they're also then tied with Lancaster for the conference lead. So that's...
So now this touchdown takes on even more meaning.
Well,
or a field goal or points.
No, this possession.
Yeah, this possession, we'll call it that.
Nothing has happened yet. It's 21-21. 39 seconds on the clock.
I just feel the electricity in the air, I guess. I'm just caught up in the moment.
And wide receivers, 2 of them, both sides, right and left. Out of the shotgun formation, here's Ayers. Ayers straight back, got some time, looks, down the pressure. He's going to break out to the left side. He's going to stop, run, now throws towards the end zone, up in the air, and it's caught! Touchdown, Tanner Pratt! Pratt makes the catch in the back of the end zone. 15-yard touchdown pass, and the Dodgers take a 27-21 lead.
Boy, I tell you what, Ayers was scrambling left, scrambling right, just about ran out of space to run, and then threw it up in the middle of the end zone, and Tanner Pratt was right there, sliding on his knees for a touchdown. Dodgeville takes the lead with only 29 seconds left to play.
Big extra point coming up here, folks, as Ayers will try to boot it in. Snap is high, kick is on the way, it's up, and it is good. 28-21. Dodgeville with the lead. 29 seconds remaining. A 30-second break. Let's take it. You're listening to WIAA High School Football.
New Country D99.3.
Colder weather is just around the corner, so don't fall behind on vehicle maintenance. Your local Napa Auto Parts store has great savings on everything you need to get your vehicle in tip-top shape for the months ahead. Friendly, expert advice and access to over 250,000 quality parts and accessories make Napa the smart place to shop. So visit the folks at Point Auto Parts in Mineral Point or Dodgeville Auto Supply in Dodgeville today.
D99.3
is WDMP AM and FM Dodgeville, Mineral Point, Darlington, Barneveld, Richland Center, and all the little towns in between.
Bob Look along with Michael Anthony here, and it's now a 28-21 lead for the Dodgeville Dodgers. 15-yard touchdown pass to Tanner Pratt from Aaron Ayers. And now it's going to be interesting to see how Dodgeville will run this kickoff as far as whether they'll try to boot it all the way down. He's got the wind in his back, so you can get it downfield quite a ways if he puts a good foot into it. But then you're giving an opportunity for a run back. Well, let's see how it's going to be played. Here is Ayers. He advances and hits it high, end over ender, going to the far side of the field. It's going to be Mitch Collins. Collins on the return, left side, gets it wide, got running room, still on his feet, 35, and he's up to about the 40-yard line before he's finally brought down. Well, in fact, they're going to mark him down at about the 36-yard line. He started to look like he was finding more and more open spaces in that wide side, and then finally the Dodgeville defenders got on top of him at the 37-yard line. So Richland Center, 19 seconds on the clock. They're at their own 37-yard line. Now the Dodgeville Dodgers defensive backs have been caught a few times letting people get behind them, but the one drawback for Richland Center, they're throwing into the wind. Here at the line of scrimmage, Ewing, back to pass. He's got pressure from Pratt. Pratt's got him! And he's going to get dropped. The ball's loose, fumbled, and it's now picked up, and he tried lateraling it. Now we got a penalty flag, and that's going to be a forward lateral called against Richland Center with 8 seconds on the clock.
No. Can't be forward lateraling it. That'll be...
That was just desperation for the Hornets as they were trying to make something happen.
Yep.
Pratt that time took an outside rush type of approach to get to the quarterback, and he beat the right tackle cleanly. He had a clean shot on the quarterback, Ewing, got a hold of his shirt. Then came the rest of the Dodgeville defense, and the quarterback coughed the football up, and it was picked up by one of the backs helping him out on the pass coverage. And then he got drilled, and he tried to lateral it, but he ended up tossing it forward. And the penalty would just be declined by Dodgeville. They'll just take the ball down where it's at, and the loss all the way back to the 29-yard line. 8 seconds on the clock. Could be the final play of this game. The crowd on their feet here. And a timeout will be called by Richland Center, I believe. Or what? Now, what do we have, a discussion here? Well, we got the coach coming out on the field.
Well, everybody thinks it's a timeout, so...
There is a timeout on the field, and it's called, I believe, by Richland Center. So timeout call. We'll keep it here. There's 4 seconds on the clock now. It went down to 4. Well, because it was play after, it was not the stoppage of play after the penalty, so they started the clock right up as they're at the line of scrimmage.
Boy, how big of a factor is Tanner Pratt here in the last few seconds? Catches a touchdown pass to take the lead, and then sacks the quarterback, basically, knocking the ball loose.
Yep. Putting some heavy-duty pressure on. Well, the Dodgeville defense trying to get the crowd riled up. Well, you can hear them, folks. Even through the gloves and the mittens and the scarves and the hats. And right now, the Dodgeville defense, they've got people way back. Aaron Ayers is all the way back to his own 38-yard line. They're going to play this one way loose. Keep everybody in front of them.
Yep, that's okay.
4 seconds left as Ewing back in his pocket. He's got Pratt. They're going to set up the screen to the near side. With the ball, it is Krako, and Krako's dropped. Tackled at the 32-yard line, and that's the ball game. And the Dodgeville Dodgers are just jumping for joy out in the field right now, as they have come up with a 28-21 victory over the Richland Center Hornets here tonight. And what a game these two teams put on here for the folks in a cool, crisp evening in Wisconsin. Well, we got our post-game replay coming up with the scoring highlights of the game coming up in our post-game, so stand by for that. We'll have some final stats also with Michael, and we'll also probably get some updates and some other scores in and around high school football. Again, the final 28-21, Dodgeville with the win. And the team finishing up with their handshakes with the Richland Center players. And what a gallant effort from the Hornets.
You bet.
The thing that impressed me so much was the 95-yard drive to start for them this second half. They marched it down the field and said, we are going to be tough here, and they played it tough. But a big drive also for Dodgeville to come up with the winning points. Anyway, we've got a lot of postgame coming your way. I know a lot of you folks are going to be shaking hands with players out on the field here. We'll get our postgame replay, all this coming your way. We'll take a 3-minute timeout. We got all the good stuff coming up. 3-minute break. You're listening to WIAA High School Football.